Hello everyone and welcome to this video. In this video we're going to be taking a look at Ride with the Reaper for the PC. The game was produced and developed by Sergey Collado and was released in 2019. So as I'm sure you're all wondering, is this 8-bit Master System looking game worth playing or not? Here's some details about the game itself. The game story has you driving from one state to another, and that's pretty much it. There are a few cutscenes with the main character talking to a few people, but basically, yes, that's pretty much it. I'm not sure if this was an intentional thing or not, as this is meant to represent the old style 8-bit era games, but it pretty much does just do its job. It provides some story, just don't expect anything deep or epic on the scale of Mass Effect 3. Character wise, you play as the main game's character as he drives from state to state to reach his eventual goal. And along the way, you'll talk to a few different people via the game's apparent cutscenes. But realistically, there isn't any full-on character growth or development here. It's kept short and simple, because it is trying to emulate the old 8-bit style era games. So remember that while there are characters in this game, it's never going to be anything on the scale of various other games such as Final Fantasy VII or others like that. Gameplay. Oh Christ, the game's gameplay. How am I meant to describe the gameplay without swearing? Honestly, at 36 years old, I thought the blood pressuring hell that was my Master System years of my life were over. This one single game brought everything back of that, and everything I hated of the old 8-bit era games. Is this game a challenge? Yes it is. Is the game exceptionally unfair? Yes it is. Is the game extremely repetitive and annoyingly very addictive? Yes it is. Will you break several controllers and possibly punch the TV screen in a fit of rage? Maybe. The basis is rather simple, no buttons, just up, down, left and right for moving and accelerating and braking, and get from one end of the area to the other while avoiding cars, potholes, bulldozers and a whole host of various other things. Sounds simple, right? Well, prepare for the rival of Dark Souls Nightmare Edition, because the gameplay in this game is absolute utter hell. Graphics wise, I would say if you have ever played the game Micro Machines on a Mega Drive in the past, then you know instantly what I'm talking about. The game's view is a top-down look, and it basically does a very good job of representing the old 8-bit style games. It's rather simple and it's not exactly very flashy. However, that's meant to be the point. The game's graphics are going for the old 8-bit era style look of the Master System, the NES and various other consoles back then. And because of that, it's done a wonderful job. Because while I got hooked on playing this game, for a moment, just a moment, I felt like I was 13 again and at my friend's house on a Saturday night, when myself and my two friends would play on these old games that were hard as hell on the Master System 2 console, while drinking cider and also watching wrestling on another TV. And for a moment while playing this game, I forgot everything else I was doing, and I remembered that feeling. So really the game's graphics and music, and as a whole, they just do a wonderful job of recreating that era perfectly. This part of the review is going to sound rather unfair, but again, it's because the game is meant to be emulating the old 8-bit era games. And the fact is, a lot of those old games back then did do this. The game's environments are practically all the same, and it just looks like the exact same stage recycled over and over again, with various hazards moved around into different locations to make things harder. Only much later on in the game, the things get even more harder, and you have to do things such as suddenly travel through night levels, go through icy levels, and levels with straight corners. Oh, and some levels also seem to have an end level boss. Because the game wasn't hard enough already, was it? I guess this part of the video depends entirely on you, the gamer. Should you buy Ride with the Reaper? Possibly yes, if you're an old school style gamer who loves the old 8-bit era games, and who possibly seems to have some strange perversion to punish themselves, as literally after 10 minutes of playing this game, I could feel my blood pressure rising. If you are a modern day gamer, then I would say avoid this game, because basically you just won't even understand what this game is trying to do, what it's all about, or its general appeal. or even who it's aimed at. The game's really well done, and it does do a perfect job of recreating the old 8-bit era games in the past. However, the game also does a perfect job of recreating how frustrating they are as well. So if you do like hard as hell old style games, which offer an insanely high challenge, then I'd say give this one a go. And if you are a fan of old Master System and NES style games, that look like the old 8-bit era that you grew up and loved, give this a go as well. Just brace yourselves, because I warn you, it is very hard. Well, that's it for this for you guys. Thanks for listening, thanks for watching, and please subscribe.